Have you achieved a level of what society deems a success, yet still found yourself wrestling with a sense of discontent? In this week's episode, we're diving into a topic that's often left unspoken: the expectation of contentment once you've reached a certain level of achievement. So join me as we answer the question, hey successful black woman, why aren't you happy? You're listening to This Woman Can. I'm your host, Janice Sutherland, where I help mature professional black women take charge of their careers and lives to create a future on their terms. Hey, welcome back to this week's edition of This Woman Can. So happy you could join me. And in today's episode, we are diving into a topic that often goes unspoken. And that is the expectation of contentment, that we should be happy, we should be settled with our lot once we have achieved a level of success. So this came about because I recorded an interview for an upcoming podcast, which I was really excited and really looking forward to doing. And the opening question from the interviewer centered on my decision to walk away from my then very successful corporate career, where I was a former CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, to embark on my entrepreneurial journey. The episode won't be out for a couple of weeks, but if you're a subscriber to my weekly newsletter, you'll get the link once it goes live. And if you're not a subscriber, you can find the link in the show notes or head over to my website, janicesutherland.com. Anyway, I digress. But it reminded me of a conversation that I'd had with a client who was really feeling out of sorts with her life. She'd shared with me that she'd reached a point in her life where to everyone on the outside, it all seemed great, fabulous. She had a successful career, a loving relationships, happy children, she was financially stable. But deep down, real deep down, if she was honest with herself, she was discontented. But to add to that, she was feeling guilty for not being satisfied despite all of her success. That discontentment was impacting on her negatively, which is why she'd come to me right now at this point, midlife, thinking there was something wrong with her, as a way to figure out how to navigate those feelings and whether it was about a career, to find out basically what she was unhappy with, and how she could navigate those feelings, embrace the good stuff and cut herself some slack. But I want to dig into what led her to feeling that way, to feeling like she should be happy because of her lot and what she's got. Now, there's a burden of expectation because as black women, we have had to work really hard to achieve success in various aspects of our life. But there's that unwritten expectation that we should now be content, even grateful, to have attained the level we have, whether it's in our careers, relationships, personal endeavours. The pressure to feel satisfied with our accomplishments can actually create a silent burden. And this expectation, both internal and external, oversimplifies what we've had or the experience we've had to get to where we are, and in turn can stifle our further growth and exploration because we're thinking, why can I want more? Shouldn't I just stay with what I've got? And when you add to that, success is rarely a straightforward journey. We all know that because I share lots of stories on the podcast with women who have had to navigate systemic barriers, they've had societal pressures, they've had microaggressions, they've had all these biases thrown at them, to get to where they are. And while success is celebrating, there's an assumption that it should be the source of everlasting contentment. That we should be really, really happy now we've got that. And that really oversimplifies the intricate layers of our experience, the fact that we got there. For me, it's crucial to recognise that just because you're successful, it doesn't automatically eliminate the challenges and the pressures that we have faced throughout the journey and sometimes are still facing today. We, like everyone else, are entitled to have aspirations beyond our initial successes. The pressure to be content, to embrace that, to feel happy and satisfied, can inadvertently discourage ambition and the pursuit of new goals. But when you embrace that ambition and the desire for continuous growth, It's not a rejection of past achievements. We need to get away from that, because just because we want something more or something different, it's not that we're rejecting the journey we've had. It's a natural evolution of our personal and professional development. We should still keep on wanting more. We should still keep wanting to develop. It's where we got to where we are today. We should feel empowered to pursue our dreams and aspirations, no matter how successful we may already be. Challenging the expectation of perpetual contentment often involves deconstructing stereotypes surrounding the perception of our strength and resilience. We often get portrayed as the strong black woman. We often get portrayed as a woman who comes to the rescue. We wear a cape and we can do everything. And while these qualities are undoubtedly empowering, and yes, we do have them, we step up to the plate, but they shouldn't be wielded as reasons to deny us the space to express our vulnerability, to pursue our evolving aspirations, or to seek the support we need without judgment. So, for those of you who have achieved success, for those of you who are still trying to achieve success and thinking, is that the be-all and end-all, the expectation for contentment can be a silent challenge. But it's essential to recognise that success is not a destination. It's just part of our journey. It's where we're going to. It's all along the path. And by challenging societal expectations, embracing ambition, and basically creating an environment where we feel supported, we can navigate our paths with authenticity, resilience, and feel empowered to do so. So I don't want you to feel, that you're out of sorts just because you want more in life. It's a natural evolution. It's how you should feel. It's where you got to where you were right now with not being content with where you are. We're always wanting more, and that's not a bad thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be more. It can just be something different. So thank you for joining me on this week's edition of This Woman Can. Until next time, remember that your journey is yours to define, and your success is measured by your own standards and not anybody else's expectations. And if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time. Thanks for listening. If you got something from this week's episode, please let me know. Better yet, share it with your friends, colleagues, and anyone you know who can benefit from this message. Don't forget to subscribe or write a review and connect with me at my website, janicesutherland.com, where you can also subscribe to the This Woman Can newsletter or connect with me on LinkedIn. Remember, you have the wisdom, resilience, authenticity, and power to create a life on your terms. And if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time.